Guys, I wanted to make a video today just to talk a little bit about the basics. We are getting close to the end of 2016, and I just kind of wanted us to be thinking about what's going to be happening over the next 60 to 90 days. There's a general rule in business known as the 90-day rule, and it's that whatever you do today, that you're going to reap the benefits 90 days from now. So what we're doing, what corporate has really been trying to help us do from October through December is to help set us up for success. That's why they did the rank up and score double bonuses in October, the planner this month, and I'm sure there'll be something great in December. They are working to help us over the next 90 days to reap the benefits of our work. And so I know some of us have been planting seeds and we've been working our business. And I know last December, we had a really big momentum swing. We had a lot of people join and we had a lot of momentum going into January. So what I wanted to do now is just kind of talk about some basics of what's going to happen when we sign up these new ambassadors in the next couple weeks or the next couple months, just so that everyone's on the same page and there's no question as to what our newbies need from us. And one thing I want us to really think about, because I know it can sometimes be hard, and I'm speaking for myself as well, but what we really want to focus on is what's going to impact our numbers, not what our numbers are. It's really easy to get into the mindset of, well, I only have this many team members, or I only had, my points dropped a lot lower last month, or my commission check isn't what I want it to be. We're focusing so much on the numbers and we're not focusing on what's going to impact the numbers. So I really want you, if you have been really focusing on the numbers, to try to shift your focus to what's going to impact your numbers. Getting new samples out to new people, following up with potentials, following up with new customers, cold messaging new people, and even signing new ambassadors. Those are the things that we need to focus on, because that's what's going to impact your other numbers. So the training we're going to go through today is, I think a lot of us, we know these things, so it's going to be kind of a review. There might be a couple of new things that you haven't heard. A lot of this is coming from Amy Paul's team, and they have seen exponential growth and momentum, and the things that they share are really good, and so that's kind of where the information is coming from. So I'm going to give about 4 to 5 tips on kind of how to get someone started when they join your team. So the first thing we're going to do, and we all know this, is when someone new joins our team, we're going to add those new ambassadors to our team page. When we add them to our team page, that gives that new ambassador connection right away, as well as training that they need. It gets them connected and building relationships right away. I do want to say, when we first started this, we would add new ambassadors to a lot of different pages, and it just kind of got overwhelming. So what I want us to do is, if you have your own team page, then that's the first team page you're going to add them to. So I have my own team page. If I personally sponsor someone, they're going to go on my Digging for Diamond page, and I'm going to welcome them on there. You need to make sure you welcome them. If you have your own team page, you're going to welcome them to your team page. Your new ambassadors need to see you as a leader, so they need to be added to your team page so they can see that. And then you're going to add them to one more page. You're going to add them to our larger team page, which is our Journey to Jewels page, which Ashley runs. And those are the two, and you're going to welcome that new ambassador on there. So they're going to be added to 2 new groups. So for example, Michelle's My Level 1, she has her own team page. When she signs someone new, they're going to be added to her team page and Ashley's team page. They're not going to be added to mine. Again, it's just going to keep them connected but not overwhelmed. Of course, if you have someone who joins and they jump right in and they want even more information, then you can add them to other pages. But to start with, just 2, your own page and then Ashley's page. If you don't have your own page, then you're going to add them to my team page, and then you're going to add them to Ashley's team page. So the second thing, and this is a biggie, we really need to start inviting our new ambassadors to share right away. And I think this is something we haven't done consistently, and we haven't really had a lot of training on it. So that's why I wanted to focus in on this today. But you guys, when we get people to start sharing right away, it's going to really be the key to help you grow your business, grow at a faster rate, and to be able to help more people. Again, this method is coming from Amy Paul's team. She is she and her husband are diamonds, and she has a couple of diamonds under her. And they use this method, and it's helping people get to silver very quickly. They have some people who are going silver before they even get their welcome kit. So it's successful and it's effective. And something that they brought up that I thought was really true was that when you have someone who starts to share right away and they get they get 3 or 4 people to join them, people who start something in a group are more likely to stick with it. So if this new ambassador gets 3 or 4 of their friends to join and start the products too, then they're more likely to stick with it, as opposed to someone joining and they don't tell a soul they're doing this, or they don't have someone to kind of compare notes to of how it's going. Those people are more likely to drop off. So when we kind of approach it in that sense, it's going to help with retention, because you're going to have people sticking to it because they have a group that they're doing it with. So I know some of you are probably asking, well, how would I open up that conversation right away with a new ambassador? Because how do we approach that with them? So what you kind of want to do is you just want to tell them, like, I know that you've got 3 to 4 people in your life right now that are struggling with some kind of health issue or energy or sugar cravings, and they would love to hear about Plexus. So by sharing what you're going to start doing, you're just inviting them to get to learn about it. You're not trying to sell anything or do a sales pitch. So right there, everyone we know knows 3 or 4 people that are struggling with some kind of health issue, and they would love to hear about how Plexus could help them. So again, it's just the sharing, not selling. And so then what you're going to tell them is you're just saying, and this is how they're going to post on Facebook, hey guys, I'm excited about trying Plexus. My friend Lauren told me about it. It's helped her with her sleep, her energy, her sugar cravings, and her digestive issues. Does anyone want to do this with me? So right there, you're going to copy and paste this text to that new ambassador that they're going to post on Facebook. We've also told them if they do have if they do have product on them, if they were customer before, to take a selfie with their pink drink. But even if they don't have that, then just posting these 2 to 3 sentences is their post. And you see it called a grand opening post. And you want that new ambassador to go ahead and do that as soon as they join. They don't have to have the kit, the products in their hands. And the reason is because you're going to kind of take I think it's when people join, they're kind of scared as to, well, how am I going to answer this person's question, or I don't know much about the products. So you, as their upline, are really going to take that pressure off of them. So once they post this on Facebook and they get a response, someone posts on their wall underneath, comments on it, says, what is Plexus, or I want to know more, then you got to train that new ambassador that they're not going to say anything to them on the wall. They're going to immediately go and start a 3-way chat on Facebook. And that's going to be between that potential, your new ambassador, and yourself. And they're going to start the 3-way chat. And again, you're going to give them the text that they need to use to open up that conversation. So here's kind of what it looks like. Hey, this is my friend Lauren. She's been with Plexus for 2 years. I'm brand new, so I don't really know how to answer all your questions, but feel free to ask away in this thread and we'll both be learning together. So again, you've taken the pressure off of that new ambassador. They don't have to have all the answers. And the really great thing about this method is they are going to watch you take over the conversation, lead the conversation, model how it goes, so that when they have people join later down the road, they're going to be able to do the exact same thing. And that's why I really like this system, because it's simple and it's duplicatable and it's not scary to that new ambassador, because you are giving them what to say. So the third thing I want us to talk about is just once you have that new ambassador, I want you to encourage them to make a list of people, 20 to 50 people they think Plexus would be a good fit for. I know we usually say 100, but sometimes, again, that can feel overwhelming. So if we just start with 20, that seems quite doable. And once they get those 20 to 50 people on a list, then what they want to do is they want to start inviting those people to do a 3-way call, Zoom, or a 3-way chat. Honestly, I think 3-way chat is probably the best way to go. It's the easiest route. 3-way, it's sometimes hard to get 3-way calls set up, and some people don't know what Zoom is. So 3-way chats are just, again, another good way for that new ambassador to see you model, talking about the products, what health benefits there are, how to help them reach their health goals, and that kind of thing, because you want to teach them how to start reaching out to people that they think Plexus would be a good fit for. The fourth thing, and I think this is really important as well, is we need to educate our new ambassadors, especially if they're joining right away wholesale. We want to educate them on how the body heals, that, it takes 90 days for cells to regenerate, and it takes 6 weeks to 6 months for your gut bacteria to balance out. And so if you want people to see results, you've got to have them right away be thinking about it in the long term. It's not a 30 to 60 day thing. And I think sometimes we use the 60-day money back guarantee as a way to sell, but something from Brooke Hemingway, she really avoids it because she knows that, she thinks it cheapens the deal, but also that it's probably going to take about 90 days for you to really start feeling the benefits and seeing results. And so if someone knows that, they've got to be kind of in it for the long term, that's going to also help with retention, with people just dropping off to the second month that they're on the products. But we have to educate them before they join wholesale so that they know, what's going to happen. And then the last thing this is something new we haven't done, but I liked the idea, is they have a video toolbox that they share with the new ambassador. And it's about 5 to 6 different YouTube video links, one about the triplex, one about X Factor. There's one about fungus, I think one about why would I want to share Plexus, those kind of things. And what happens is when their new ambassador joins, they copy and paste from their notes in their phone, all the links, and they send that to the new ambassador so they can save it to their phone. And then that helps them that when someone comes to them interested in Plexus, that they can copy and paste whichever video best fits the needs of that potential they can share into the message. So it's just a tool that they can use right away. So again, those are kind of our back to basics. These are the things we need to be doing anytime someone new joins. And again, I think the most important one is really getting that new ambassador to share right away and getting people connected onto 3-way chats. I think that is something that we haven't done consistently. And I think when we have people join, that's what's going to create the momentum. So I will post some of the text and things to help you share with your new ambassador on our Digging for Diamond page. And again, I'm here if you need any help or have any questions. But again, what we're doing now is preparing us for 2017 to get it off to a strong start. So be focusing on what you can do to impact your numbers, not on what your numbers are.